Forspoken Daily Sports Minute. I am Matt Weller here to bring you all the news from a exciting Wednesday, October 29th in sports. We'll start off with the biggest news of the day. The World Series was won today. Game 7, Kansas City and San Francisco from Kauffman Stadium in KC, and the Giants win their third World Series championship in 5 years, backed by the pitching of Madison Bumgarner. They defeat the Royals 3-2 to win the series 4-3. A heartbreaking loss for Kansas City fans who thought they were going to get their first World Series championship and their first playoff appearance in 29 years. The Giants actually will take the series. They're World Series champions. Winning pitcher Jeremy Affeldt for the San Francisco Giants, losing pitcher Jeremy Guthrie for the Kansas City Royals. Madison Bumgarner, a 5-inning save, comes in the fifth inning, gives up a hit, retires the next 12 men he faces, then gives up a 2-out, or I guess it would be 14 men he faces, gets the Royals with 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, a single for Alex Gordon that was misplayed by Gregor Blanco, goes all the way to the wall. It's a 2-base error for Gregor Blanco, puts Gordon on third with Salvador Perez coming up. Here's all the Royals magic. And Bumgarner gets him to pop out to third base in foul territory. Pablo Sandoval makes the catch in a fitting possible end to his San Francisco Giants career, as he will be a free agent and definitely highly sought after by the other 29 Major League Baseball clubs. Sandoval makes the catch, and the Giants are World Series champions. Another fantastic performance by Madison Bumgarner. He lowers his career World Series ERA to .25, the lowest in Major League Baseball history. And he also pitched 51 2/3 innings in this postseason. That is the most in a single postseason ever by a pitcher. Bumgarner said after the game he was a little tired, and that is understandable. He threw 117 pitches in Game 2 on Sunday, came out and threw, I believe, 60 in this game and was fantastic. So he was rightly named World Series MVP. It was a rough night for both of the starters. Tim Hudson, at 39 years old, oldest pitcher ever to start a Game 7 of the World Series. He went an inning and 2/3, allowed 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 earned runs, and was subsequently pulled by Bruce Bochy. Jeremy Guthrie didn't fare much better, went 3 1/3, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, took the loss in the game, and that all the Giants needed was 3 runs as they got to that bullpen, headstoned by Bumgarner, and they win their third World Series in 5 years. But during the day, the Chicago Cubs and Joe Maddon, former manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, reportedly reached a contract agreement for Maddon to become the next Chicago Cubs manager. This is interesting because right now the Cubs manager is Rick Renteria, who actually was very impressive in his first season. He helped Anthony Rizzo and Starlin Castro, 2 of the Cubs' best young players, have big turnaround seasons for them. They had bounce-back seasons after struggling last year. So it looks like Renteria will be out in Chicago and might have a hard time finding a job. The only current job openings are in Milwaukee and Tampa Bay. Looks like Milwaukee's almost done, and Tampa Bay obviously just getting started now. So maybe he'll have a chance there, but if he doesn't get that job, it could be a while could be till next season for Renteria. But he would definitely be in consideration for some jobs in the coming future. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get one. That said, Joe Maddon looks like he's going to become the next manager of the Chicago Cubs, just after he backed out of his contract last week with the Tampa Bay Rays. He had a clause that said if Andrew Freeman, the general manager, was ever to leave, he'd have 2 weeks to back out. He exercised that right after being informed by the press, actually. So Maddon looks like he will be headed to Chicago. The NBA first is back, and today was really the first day where there were a lot of teams in action. Houston improves to 2-0 with a 104-93 win over the Utah Jazz. The Lakers lost their second straight tonight, this time to the Phoenix Suns by a count of 119-99. Phoenix really wants the Lakers to be a middle-of-the-pack team so they can get that first-round pick. The Lakers' first-round pick, this is a top-5 protected pick this year. If they finish outside of the top 5, where that pick is 6 or lower or higher, depending on how you want to look at it. If that pick is 6th or towards 30, then the Phoenix Suns will actually get that selection from the Los Angeles Lakers. If it's below that, the Lakers will keep their pick. So the Suns do not want the Lakers to be this bad, but they do want them to be bad. But anyway, the Lakers, with the first game without Julius Randle after he suffered that injury last night, the Lakers fall again. Boston knocked off Brooklyn tonight for their first win of the season. Chicago wins in the return of Derrick Rose, 104-80 over the New York Knicks. Miami, in their first game without LeBron James, wins 107-95. Chris Bosh with 26 points, Norris Cole 23, and Dwayne Wade 21 in the victory for Miami. And finally, Portland beat the Kevin Durant-less Oklahoma City Thunder by a count of 106-89. Not a particularly close game without KD. Russell Westbrook did his share, though, 38.6 assists in the loss for the Thunder. Only two NHL games on the night. Detroit with a 4-2 win over the Washington Capitals. Nashville knocks off Edmonton by a count of 4-1. Missed it last night, but the college football playoff selection committee released their top 25. Number 1, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Number 2, also undefeated, the Florida State Seminoles. And then we get into those one-loss teams. Marshall, the other undefeated team. Obviously, they haven't played anybody at that caliber. They are not ranked. But the other one-loss, getting into the one-loss team, starting at number 3, we have Auburn, who gets the nod as the number 1 one-loss team, and number 4, Ole Miss, who lost this week to LSU. They are currently holding the number 4 slot, and if the playoff were to start today, they would be playing their crosstown rival, Mississippi State, which is a game that's actually coming up rather soon. Auburn also is taking on, I believe, Ole Miss this weekend, so one of those two will probably be eliminated this weekend. Number 5, TCU, 6, Alabama, and 7 is Oregon. My prediction was going to be Notre Dame, and they actually fell all the way to number 10 in the college football selection rankings. They have the biggest difference between the AP poll, where they are ranked number 6, and the selection committee ranked them 10th. That is the biggest difference out of any team in the top 25. Personally, I think Notre Dame's got the best loss out of anybody to the undefeated Florida State Seminoles. So I'm a little surprised to see them all the way down at 10, but they're going to have plenty of chances against Arizona State, USC, Stanford still coming up to prove that they belong in the top 4. Brief news out of the NFL. RG3 was announced today by Washington Redskins head coach Jay Gruden. He will start for the Redskins for the first time since week 2 this Sunday. Redskins had been starting Kirk Cousins up until this week when Colt McCoy stepped in and beat the Dallas Cowboys, but Griffin will get the nod for the Redskins, the off-injured former 2nd overall pick, looking to revive his career this year under Jay Gruden. That'll do it for today's Sports Spoken Daily Sports Minute. I am Matt Weller. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions or comments on this Daily Sports Recap, I should say, thank you. If you have any questions about the Daily Sports Recap, please leave them in the comment section below, or feel free to email me at mweller@sportspoken.com. You can find that in the info section of this video. And remember to follow us on Twitter @SportsSpoken and find us on Facebook, and most importantly, www.sportspoken.com. Thank you. Have a great day.